Hailey Williams, a teenager full of dreams and aspirations, tragically lost her life in a devastating theme park accident. But as we delve into the heart-wrenching story of her untimely departure, we're compelled to ask, whose responsibility was it? Was it a result of low maintenance by the park? On that fateful day, April 15, 2004, Beverly Williams watched her daughter, Hailey, excitedly depart for a day of laughter and adventure at a theme park in West Wales. Little did she know that this poignant moment would be etched into her memory forever, for it was the last time she saw her beloved daughter alive. Tragically, mere hours later, their lives were irrevocably shattered when Hailey slipped out of a roller coaster carriage at the pinnacle of a heart-pounding ride, plunging 120 feet to her untimely demise. In the years that followed, the Williams family endured unimaginable grief, navigating a treacherous path through inquests and court battles in their relentless pursuit of justice for their lost daughter. The weight of their loss became unbearable, and their resilience was tested as they fought tirelessly for answers. Then, 11 years after Hailey's tragic accident, the news of 16 people sustaining injuries on a ride at Alton Towers reignited the painful memories of that fateful day. The Williams family, their hearts heavy with sorrow, found themselves reliving their own nightmare. It was a stark reminder of the urgent need for tighter regulations within the theme park industry, a call born out of their desire to spare other families from the anguish they had endured. Beverly Williams, a resident of Pontypool, Torfaen, speaks with a trembling voice, tears welling in her eyes, as she takes us back to that heart-wrenching afternoon when her world came crashing down. At 3:30, there was a loud, insistent knock on my door, and I was informed that there had been a terrible accident. They urged me to make my way to Haverfordwest as swiftly as possible. I was in the dark about what had transpired, she recounted, her words echoing the profound pain that still lingers in her heart. The journey toward healing and justice continues for the Williams family, and their hope is that, through their advocacy, no other family will have to endure such a devastating loss at the hands of inadequate safety measures in theme parks. It may seem unusual, but just before reaching the hospital, we passed through a small town called Bethlehem. Strangely, as if a foreboding had settled upon me, I had a premonition that she wouldn't be alive, Beverly Williams softly recounted, her voice laden with the weight of that haunting memory. As she walked through the hospital's main entrance, her daughter Hannah approached, offering a glimmer of hope with the words, "She's okay, don't worry." Beverly breathed a sigh of relief, thanking whatever higher power might be listening. However, the moment was fleeting, as a doctor soon approached and asked her to take a seat. Beverly's heart sank as she implored the doctor not to deliver the news she already feared, and her recollection of what happened next becomes a blur, overshadowed by the devastating reality that awaited her. Hailey had been on vacation with her mother and younger sister, Hannah, who was just 13 at the time, when the unthinkable occurred during a day trip with friends to Oakwood Theme Park, near Tenby, Pembrokeshire. Beverly had opted not to accompany them due to her own illness, and Hailey had lovingly tucked her into bed, reassuring her with the words, "Stay there until I come back." Those tender words marked their final exchange. Hours later, St Albans RC High School pupil Hailey was airlifted to Withybush Hospital after falling from the top of the park's water ride, Hydro. The family rushed to her side, hoping for a miracle. But the cruel reality was that the Sunday school teacher had met her end instantaneously, the sheer force of the 120-foot drop proving fatal beyond any hope of recovery. The inquest, held in 2006, delved into the circumstances surrounding Hailey's tragic death. During the proceedings, it was revealed that the safety bar, a crucial component designed to secure passengers, as the ride hurtled down a nearly vertical chute at a breathtaking 50 miles per hour, had not been properly lowered before the ride commenced. A mechanical engineer, called upon to provide expert testimony, described the ride's safety measures as unacceptable. He had conducted tests that demonstrated his ability to free himself from Hailey's seat even after pulling the safety bar down. However, despite these alarming findings, the then Pembrokeshire coroner, Michael Howells, did not pursue an unlawful killing verdict, as he found no evidence of gross negligence by anyone involved. For Hailey, Hydro was not an unfamiliar thrill. She had enjoyed the ride on multiple occasions before her tragic accident. Her mother, Beverly Williams, expressed the poignant belief that Hailey must have felt safe on that ride. as any visitor to such a theme park might assume. After all, Hydro was a relatively new attraction, just 18 months old at the time, and it had come with a hefty price tag of £1.8 million for installation. Beverly emphasized that these were not mere amusement park rides, no slight intended towards fares, but rather, they were powerful multi-million-pound attractions that parents entrusted with their children's safety. Families spent considerable sums to visit these parks, and naturally, they expected stringent maintenance and the highest safety standards. In hindsight, Beverly reflected, "I never thought anything would happen. Never in a million years did I think I was never going to see my child again." Her words resonate with the enduring anguish of a mother who had never imagined such a devastating outcome for her beloved daughter during what was supposed to be a day of joy and adventure. Following the tragic incident, the Hydro ride at Oakwood Theme Park was closed for a year. When it eventually reopened, significant safety improvements were implemented, including the installation of over-the-shoulder restraints, which represented a substantial upgrade from the seatbelts and lap bars that had been in place at the time of Hailey's accident. In 2006, the Crown Prosecution Service decided not to pursue criminal charges against anyone in connection with Hailey's death. However, 2 years later, Oakwood Leisure, the operator of the park at the time of the accident, was fined £250,000. They admitted that their staff had failed to ensure passengers were properly restrained on the high-speed ride. Hailey's father, Alan, expressed disappointment at the fine's perceived inadequacy, emphasizing that no amount of money could ever compensate for the loss of their daughter. Now, 11 years after their painful ordeal, Alan and Beverly Williams still harbor concerns about the safety of amusement park rides. Their distress was reignited when they learned of an incident at Alton Towers theme park in Staffordshire, where 16 people were injured on the Smiler ride. Among the injured was 17-year-old Leah Washington, who had to undergo a leg amputation due to the severity of her injuries. For Mrs. Williams, the news was akin to a sharp knife twisting in her heart, as it forced her to relive the anguish of their own tragedy. Alan and Beverly now advocate for stricter regulations in theme parks, including regular risk assessments and site inspections conducted by the Health and Safety Executive. They recognize that these rides push the boundaries of technology with their speed, inertia, and G-forces, which make them appealing to thrill seekers. However, they stress that the technology must be advanced enough to prevent accidents. In response, Oakwood Theme Park, though under new ownership since the incident, expressed their continued sorrow over the tragedy that occurred 11 years ago. The Health and Safety Executive, HSE, responsible for regulating fairground rides and equipment in the UK, confirmed their role in ensuring safety standards. They have trained inspectors, forming the National Fairground Inspection Team, NFIT, to conduct inspections and enforce safety measures. In certain cases where small, low-risk fairground rides are located in venues under local authority jurisdiction, local agreements may exist, with the relevant local authority assuming responsibility for ride safety. The Williams family's advocacy seeks to make theme park attractions as safe as possible, preventing future tragedies and ensuring that families can enjoy these experiences without fearing for their loved one's safety. Well, that's all for today's video. If you found this video informative, please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel for more thought-provoking content. Don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.